Out.
Now, turning now to our top story, imagine going to college and paying for a change the same tuition for all of your undergrad years. That's what's in an Idaho Senate panel. They are looking to establish this with a new bill.
In a State of the State address last month, Governor Butch Otter proposed to freeze higher education tuition for incoming freshmen. Local News 8's Dennis Valera joins us live now from Idaho State University, and he begins our legislative watch. Dennis.
As you might expect, most students here like the idea of not having to worry about tuition raises. But one student I spoke to says she doesn't mind the increase, so long as the hike betters her education. Reese Davis is still in her first year at ISU. While the college freshman hasn't experienced any kind of tuition increase yet, she likes the idea of knowing how much to pay year to year.
It'd be nice to know what you're coming up against and just knowing that it's going to be the same, going into an agreement, with the school, kind of understanding what you're both going to be giving each other.
But being the business student she is, if she knows that extra tuition dollars go to things like better resources for the university,
I care more about my the education I'm getting out of this than the few $100s in tuition.
For this academic year, ISU's tuition went up 3.3%. The year before, 3.5%. John Kennison is in his third year. He sees the need for a freeze in tuition.
When you come to the school, you think you're going to be paying this much, but then all of a sudden they decide to increase it, and then you're like, what the heck? I thought I was going to pay this much, but I can't afford that.
ISU is excited to see a tuition freeze plan in the works, especially by the governor's hand. But since it's not set in stone yet, it'll be a waiting game for now.
So this would be a great initiative to help those students that maybe don't have all the financial assistance to go to school, maybe don't qualify for the right types of scholarships or enough scholarships to help them through the educational process.
As the bill is drafted right now, the freeze would be good for 4 academic years. Live at ISU, I'm Dennis Valera.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Right now, the bill is slated to cost the state about $8.1 million a year. Now, statistics show in Idaho, 5 out of 10 kids do not go on to college. 4 out of 10 drop out of college with debt. And the last 1 out of 10 graduate with up to $60,000 in debt. That is according to StopTuitionHikes.org. We wanted to dig just a little bit deeper on the costs of just tuition at the colleges in Idaho. Right now at ISU, a full-time in-state undergraduate student will pay $6,784 per year. At the University of Idaho, the equivalent would pay $7,020 per year. And a similar student at Boise State University would owe $6,876 a year. That's just for tuition. But if you look deeper over the past 5 years, you do see there have been some major hikes in tuition prices. Take, for example, a college student at ISU at the same qualifications as we talked about above paid $4,968 per year in 2010. To now, that's a 37% increase in just 5 years. In 2010 at the University of Idaho, a student's yearly tuition cost $4,932. Fast forward to today's cost, 42.3% increase. And at Boise State University, students paid $4,864 in 2010 compared to today, where the students are paying a 41.4% increase. That much more in the year from the year 2010.